Jenny, welcome to the show where we give home buyers and home sellers the tips that they need to know to help them build wealth with real estate in today's market. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Jenny, it's been great getting to know you over the last year and a half you've been on our team. It's great to see you come into this and really grow as not only as a real estate agent, but as a person and see your confidence build in what you're doing. And now you're basically an old vet on the team. With the amount of deals you've done. I think you've done, so before you were here, you were in the Navy. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, I joined the Navy right after high school. I served for 8 years.
Thank you for your service.
Well, thank you for your support. So after that, I decided to get out and, pursue my journey in real estate. And now here I am.
Wonderful. And over the last less than 2 years that you've worked here with us, you've helped more than 24 families. And 90% or more have been utilizing the VA home loan. Is that right?
That's correct.
So I want to talk today a little bit about some common misconceptions or things that people may not know about the VA home loan and what they can learn from this and how to build wealth in real estate after serving our country.
Yes, of course. It's my favorite thing because I actually used my own VA loan to purchase a home here in San Diego.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I was stationed in Hawaii for 6 years, and the real estate market in Hawaii is kind of like San Diego, where we're in a bubble. So no matter what, that property is going to grow in value. And I actually regret not buying. When I was out there, I would have had a condo in Honolulu. Like, who else can say that? So I wasn't going to commit the same mistake twice. So when I got orders here to San Diego, I told my husband, I was like, look, we have to use our VA loan. We have to buy. And now here we are, 2 years of home ownership, and we have about $90,000 in equity.
Not bad. Not bad at all. And so before we get into some of the littler known facts, go ahead and explain some of the key features of a VA home loan to me.
Yeah. Well, one thing that shocks me the most when I sit down with VA buyers going over the VA home loan is that they didn't know that you don't need any money to use your VA loan. So there's no down payment, there's no PMI, which PMI means private mortgage insurance. So you actually save money for your monthly payment and also save money on a down payment that you don't have to bring.
Yeah, what I remember when I was buying my home, I was looking at the different loan types, and someone was explaining to me the VA home loan, and they said, oh, it's no money down, and you get a better rate, and you don't have the private mortgage insurance. I said, I want that. And they said, did you serve our country? I go, no, I guess I'll do the other one. And so I had FHA, which had a little bit higher of a rate, and I had to pay $300 a month on mortgage insurance that the VA home loan doesn't require, right?
Correct. No, $300 makes a big difference here in San Diego. That's a grocery bill.
Yeah, and it's not something, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think you can write that off. And you're not building equity. It's just wasted money.
It is. It's one of the things that I love about the VA loan is we have so many benefits, and that's one of the best ones. We get to save money, we get to build wealth, and not only build wealth, but also while serving our country. So this is a huge opportunity, especially here in San Diego with the appreciation market here, how it goes higher than other states, other cities. So it's something that you can take advantage of.
Good. Now, how does someone, we mentioned serving our country, how does someone qualify for a VA home loan?
Yeah, so you would have to just serve about 90 days in the military, and you just have to qualify for it. There's really not much requirements. You can have a low credit score, although I don't recommend it. But the VA is super easy to qualify.
Excellent. And so you only have to serve 90 days, and you can be active or retired. Is that right?
Yes, you can be active duty, retired, or you can be a veteran like myself.
Awesome. And I know one thing that I hear from time to time, because a lot of the benefits that are given to veterans are also passed through to families, is the VA home loan, say my dad or my grandfather was in the military, is that something I can take advantage of?
Unfortunately, no. You have to have served in your country or currently serving.
And what branches does that qualify?
So that's all branches: the Coast Guard, the Navy, the Army, the Air Force, the Marines, and also the Space Force.
See, I was going to say that. I think there's something else there. So you mentioned earlier, one of the things that a lot of people may not know is that you need no money down, right? There's another thing that I think is fairly unique, or something that I hear a lot of people talk about is, I can't use my VA loan. I already used it on my last house. Can you use your VA loan more than once?
Yes, you can, just as long as you have entitlements left over. So, for example, the VA entitlement here in San Diego is actually up to a little bit over $1 million. So if you own a home in Texas for, let's say, $300,000, you can actually have $700,000 of entitlements left over, which would get you a home here in San Diego.
Wonderful. So explain to me, what is an entitlement? What does that mean?
Yeah, so it's how much the VA is allowing each service member to have. So for example, like I said, here in San Diego, it is $1 million. So potentially you can own 2 homes here in San Diego with your VA loan. It would just have to be $500,000 and another $500,000 home.
Now, in your scenario, I bought a house in Texas for $300,000. Say I paid that off completely, and then I wanted to buy it. Does that entitlement re-up to keep over $1 million, or once I use it, it's gone?
No, so it actually stays with the house. So if the price is $300,000, that's just the entitlement that you have used. So if you are done paying it off, the VA is still with the house.
But if I sell that house, do I get the entitlement back?
You do, and you have free entitlement.
That's very cool. So have you seen people use, 90+% of your homeowners, now homeowners, use the VA loan. Have you seen them? Have they been working with you, and you've worked with people that have used it more than once? Or is everyone the first time?
A lot of my buyers are first-time home buyers. I think one that resonated with me, well, I have a lot that resonate with me, but one that really impressed me that didn't make any excuses, she's actually a single mom, and she ended up buying a home for $500,000 for her and her son. So the fact that she used her VA loan, and not only now is she's actually a veteran now, and she's using her VA loan and also her GI Bill. So not only is she a homeowner, she's also using her GI Bill to go to school.
It's wonderful. That's such a good story to have, see people grow and get back from the country that they've served. I love that. Tell me a little bit more about, you mentioned when we were off air, something about house hacking and how you can use your VA home loan to build wealth by house hacking. What did you mean by that?
Yeah, I actually have another story for this. I helped a homeowner sell their home. They were both VA veterans, and what they did was they bought a 4-bedroom townhome in San Diego County. And what they did was they did their garage into like a loft apartment style. So they lived in the garage, and all 4 rooms were actually rented out to their friends and people that they served with. So not only did everybody contributed to the mortgage, they did not. The only thing they paid was their utilities, the Wi-Fi, the groceries, but their mortgage was covered by their roommates. And that's how they ended up building wealth through real estate, through their VA loan.
That's awesome. Now, something like that may not resonate with me. I'm not one to live in a garage, but I also know you can, again, something little known is that you can buy a multi-unit property as well. Talk to me about that.
Yes, you can absolutely buy a multifamily property with your VA loan. It has to be at least 4 units or a duplex. You could use your no money down to get this opportunity.
And I believe you can utilize the rents that are being paid to offset some of that income. Is that right?
Yes, you can.
So talk to me about that.
So you can get qualified, pre-approved for a $800,000 home loan. But if you are going to be investing into multifamily, they actually bump it up based on the income that you may be producing from the units.
Now, let's say someone's currently active duty military and they get stationed in San Diego, when does it make sense to buy a house versus living on base or renting off base?
Honestly, the sooner the better.
Tell me more.
Well, like I use my own personal story. Like I wish I would have bought. Instead, I went to go live in military housing. Also, here's a tip for, I don't know if I'm going to get banned for this from the government. I don't know if I should say it.
I don't know what
well,
you're saying.
I don't know if okay, cut it out if it, whatever. So military housing, actually, this is real estate that has already been paid off. I don't know if many people know that, but the government, the military does give you a basic housing allowance called BAH. And
BAH?
Yes.
Okay.
So when you live in housing, they take all your BAH so you can live in the home, not rent free, but you don't have to pay for utilities or anything. So it makes it seem like, okay, this is steal. But what they don't tell you is that is already real estate that's already paid off. And so what you're doing is giving your BAH, something that the military gives you, back to the military. So I lived in military housing when I was in Hawaii, and knowing what I know now, I'm like, oh my God, I should have never done that. I should have just, went out and bought myself that condo in Waikiki. And now it's okay. You live and you learn, but ultimately, like, the sooner the better.
Okay, so what you're telling me is you take that housing allowance that they give you, and when you live in military housing, they take that automatically. But if you take that, you can use that with zero money down to purchase a home. You buy a home, and then you use your housing allowance to either pay for some, if not all, of the mortgage payment.
Yes.
Wow, that's a great deal. What are some things that, so we keep saying there's $0 down for your down payment, but are there other expenses that come along with buying a home, even if you're a VA homeowner?
Yes, that's a good question. So there are like upfront fees, like you do have to pay for an inspection report, which can range from $400 to $500. An appraisal is also around $700 to $800, but when you work with us, our lenders do cover that fee. And we also have closing costs. So normally that I like to tell my buyers that's 2.5% of the purchase price that you need to have saved. Now, if you don't have it, which, sometimes my buyers just don't have that much money saved, I actually negotiate it for them. So a lot of the times my buyers actually walk out with just paying for their inspection report.
Which is what, $500?
Yep.
So that, I don't think you can get into a house any cheaper than utilizing that. Is that right?
That is correct.
What would your number one tip be for someone that wants to buy a house and is in the military?
Get with a real estate agent soon and a VA lender so they can break down the VA loan for you and lock that benefit that people don't know that you can use. A lot of these facts that we talked about, when I sit down with my VA buyers, they don't know about. So take advantage, utilize it. Even if you're not here in San Diego, you're watching from wherever you are, the sooner you use it, the better.
Awesome. All right, Jenny, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. I want to have a few questions. This is our quick fire round. I'm going to ask you a couple quick questions just so everyone can get to know you a little bit better. Cool? All right. So first question is, if you had to eat one meal forever, what meal would that be?
Pizza.
Pizza. From where?
If I couldn't get fat. Pizza, honestly, any pizza. I'm a pizza lover, so.
What do you like on your pizza?
I like pepperoni, extra cheese.
I love it. What is the best spot in San Diego to relax and unwind for you?
Yeah, the Silver Strand. Nobody's ever there, and it's pretty quiet, and I'm not surrounded by crowds.
Love it. What is the best financing tip for potential home buyers?
If you plan on buying and you don't have any money, I would suggest starting a CD account. Put whatever you can, let it grow, and that can be used towards your closing costs or down payment.
Love that. What account was that?
A CD account.
Oh, CD. Yes. What is your best advice for selling a home in a competitive market?
Yes, if you're going to sell your home in a competitive market, make sure you price right, because pricing will dictate how many people come to your home, how many offers you get.
Wonderful. And finally, what advice do you have for clients to make the most out of their real estate experience?
Ask as many questions, meet with a team, meaning your realtor and your lender. Any questions that you have, even if you think they're stupid, just ask them. No questions are stupid in real estate. You don't know what you don't know. So, make sure you really get to know the person that you're working with as well.
Wonderful. Jenny, if people want to reach out to you, what's the best way to contact you?
Yes, you can reach me out on my social media. It's just Jenny Adib on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Jenny.
Thank you.